What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got playing around. As you can tell by the time the thumbnail in the video, this is my NXT Vengeance Day review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the entire video from all the way from the beginning or towards the end. Give this video 30 likes in this video. Follow my social media down below in the description. Go check out my WWE SmackDown review and highlights on the channel. That's all I gotta say. Without further ado, let's get started. Now WWE NXT Vengeance Day was a good show, and I give this show a 7 out of 10. Welcome to the wrestling result for WWE NXT Vengeance Day on March 7, 2026. Coming to you live from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, as a special main show starts. Time of 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Joe Hendry will be putting the NXT Championship on the line for the first time on NXT programming since retaining against Vanity Project Jackson Drake on February 10th episode of NXT, as he defends against former title holder Ricky Saints. Tensions between the two men have been on the rise since Joe Hendry won the title in a 7-man ladder match on the February 3rd episode of NXT. Ricky Saints was moments away from winning back the title. Things between the two men culminated on this past Tuesday edition of NXT when Ricky Saints sang a song about Joe Hendry and a brawl broke out between the two men. Newfound allies Vanity Project and North American champion Miles Bourne. Another championship will be on the line tonight as Easy Dame of the Colon puts the Women's North American Championship on the line against Tatum Paxley in what will mark her first title defense since retaining a triple threat match against Thea Hill and Lola Rice on February 3rd. The former stablemate and best friends turned rivals each hold a win against one another, with Easy Dame defended Tatum Paxley at NXT Deadline on December 6th, and Tatum Paxley scoring a win against Easy Dame at the NXT New Year's Eve television special on January 6th. Let me take a sip of my water. Speaking of Lola Rice, she will be competing in a match of her own as she collides with a longtime rival, Keilani Jordan, in an NXT Underground match, while Lola Rice has become known for competing in NXT Underground matches. She's been struggling with a fracture in her hand over the past few weeks and was advised by a doctor to take part in tonight's match this past Tuesday. Meanwhile, Keilani Jordan trained with former WWE star Shayna Baszler at her Rudo's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school this past Tuesday to prepare for the match. Jada Parker and Blake Monroe have had a number of issues with one another over the course of past several weeks, with Jada Parker having cost Blake Monroe a first round match for the WWE Women's Speed Championship #1 contenders tournament against Thea Hill on February 24th episode of NXT, and the pair having gotten into a verbal confrontation with one another this past Tuesday. Tonight they look to put things between them to rest as they collide with one another in a street fight. Additionally, Tony D'Angelo will be squaring off with Dark State Deion Lennox on his quest to he continues to take out Deion Lennox and his stablemate Shaquan Sugar's Cutler James and Oris Griffin for good as a mean of retribution for putting him on the shelf for a number of months. We are live. Big Joseph and Booker T greet the audience at home as we see Deion Lennox waiting outside the Performance Center for Tony D'Angelo. Back at ringside, Blake Monroe makes her way out. Jada Parker follows. So we get the first match. Jada Parker versus Blake Monroe in a street fight. This was a good match, but I really want Jada Parker to win this match tonight. But this was a good street fight match. The bell rings, the two stare one another down. Jada Parker rains down right hands on Blake Monroe, but Blake Monroe responds with right hands of her own, grab one of the several candlesticks attached to the ropes. Jada Parker tackles Blake Monroe out of the ring before Blake Monroe can use her candlestick, then grabs a table from under the ring. Blake Monroe blindsides Jada Parker with a boot, but Jada Parker delivers a suplex to Blake Monroe on the floor. Blake Monroe repeatedly hits Jada Parker with the umbrella, then grabs 4 chairs and slides them into the ring. She slides the table back under the ring, then dumps Jada Parker in the ring and lands a kick on her midsection. Blake Monroe lands a neck breaker on Jada Parker, but Jada Parker sets a chair up on 2 of the candlesticks attached to the ropes. She sends Blake Monroe crashing into the chair, then hits her with another candlestick twice and sends her crashing into both announcer desk and the ring apron. Jada Parker then grabs another table from under the other side of the ring and sets it up. But Blake Monroe sends Jada Parker crashing into the ring steps when she looked to land a hip attack on Blake Monroe. Blake Monroe lands a missile drop kick on Jada Parker and pins her, but Jada Parker kicks out. Blake Monroe pins her. Jada Parker kicks out and fires off shoulders on Blake Monroe's midsection after Blake Monroe has brought a garbage can into the ring. Blake Monroe drapes Jada Parker off the top rope by her knees and places a chair across the chest as a second chair lays behind Jada Parker in the corner. She lands a hip attack on Jada Parker and pins her, but Jada Parker kicks out and Blake Monroe grabs a string of pearls. She wraps them around her fist and delivers a right hand to Jada Parker, then uses a candlestick to cinch in a crossface on her. Jada Parker transitions into a pinfall, forcing Blake Monroe to kick out. Jada Parker sets up a table on the outside, but Blake Monroe hits her with the lid of the garbage can. She grabs a brick. She looks to hit Jada Parker with it, but Jada Parker sees her coming and clocks her with a chair. She lands a senton off the ring apron and sends Blake Monroe crashing through the table and dumps her back in the ring. Then runs her over with a hip attack and pins her. Blake Monroe kicks out. Blake Monroe dumps out a bag of diamonds in the ring, then throws a handful of them into Jada Parker's eyes as Jada Parker teeters on the ropes. She then sends her crashing into the pile of diamonds with a hurricanrana off the ropes and follows it up with a glamour shot DDT on the top of them for the win. The winner of the match, Blake Monroe. This was a good Street Fight match between Jada Parker and Blake Monroe, but I really want Jada Parker to win this match. I was cheering for Jada Parker the whole time. But anyway, let me continue. So we get the second match, Tony D'Angelo versus Dion Lennox. This was a very good match. This was physical and chaotic at the same time. But OTM got involved. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to OTM. Put the NXT Tag Team Champions around OTM. We then head backstage where a car pulls up outside the Performance Center. Dark State immediately attacks the driver, assuming that it's Tony D'Angelo, but quickly realizes it's a lookalike. Tony D'Angelo then blindsides Dark State from behind and sends Dion Lennox crashing onto the hood of a car. D'Angelo grabs a beer key and looks to hit Dion Lennox with it, but Dion Lennox moves out of the way and sends Tony D'Angelo crashing into the side of a car. He sends Dion Lennox crashing into a door inside of the Performance Center. They close the garage door to keep the rest of Dark State out. Dion Lennox hits D'Angelo with the garbage can, but D'Angelo hits him with a chair. Shaquan Sugar's Horace Griffin and Cutler James burst through a door after finding their way inside the Performance Center. Dion Lennox dropkicks D'Angelo through a door and sends him crashing into the set of lockers, but D'Angelo looks to send a roll case crashing into Dion Lennox. He drags Dion Lennox back outside the Performance Center, but Shaquan Sugar and Horace Griffin remerge to attack D'Angelo. They hold him in place for Dion Lennox to grab a crowbar, but OTM stops him and brawls with Horace Griffin and Shaquan Sugars. D'Angelo sends himself and Dion Lennox crashing through a piece of the NXT set, and both men get into the ring. The bell rings to start the match officially as both men fires off right hands with one another. Dion Lennox looks to land a boot on the side of D'Angelo's head, but then lands a spine buster on him. D'Angelo responds with a series of German suplexes to Dion Lennox, then sends him crashing into the mat with a torture rack neckbreaker and clotheslines him out of the ring. D'Angelo charges at Deion Lennox, but Deion Lennox sends D'Angelo crashing into the ring step shoulder first and looks to hit D'Angelo's ankle with one half of the ring steps as D'Angelo's ankle lays on the other. Deion Lennox sends D'Angelo crashing into the crowd, then sends him crashing into the mat with a sit-out powerbomb. D'Angelo rocks Deion Lennox with a headbutt, then sends him crashing into the mat with a spine buster for the win. The winner of the match, Tony D'Angelo. This match was physical and chaotic. This match was good, physical, and chaotic at the same time. It started from the parking lot. It started from the garage door, the garage area, and then the arena. This was a good match for what it was. Alright, Tatum Paxley then makes her way to the ring. The calling follows. So we get the third match. So we get Easy Dame accompanied by the calling versus Tatum Paxley for the Women's North American Championship. This was a very good match for what it was. But congratulations to Tatum Paxley. The bell rings and Tatum Paxley wastes no time going straight after Easy Dame. She clinches in a sleeper on her, then connects with a shotgun dropkick on her and lands a crossbody on her. The corner then sets up for the cemetery drive. Easy Dame levels Tatum Paxley with a lariat, and the pair exchange right hands with one another before Easy Dame lands to a boot on Tatum Paxley's midsection and follows it up with a shotgun dropkick to her. Easy Dame drapes Tatum Paxley off the middle of the turnbuckle by her knees and delivers a stomp to her midsection, but Tatum Paxley rolls her up. Easy Dame kicks out and stomps on Tatum Paxley's midsection in the corner, then cinches in an ambitional stretch on her. Tatum Paxley reverses into an ambitional stretch of her own, but Easy Dame escapes and Tatum Paxley managed to land a crossbody on her. Tatum Paxley levels Easy Dame with a pair of back elbows, then delivers a running senton to her and goes for a pin. Tatum Paxley kicks out, but Easy Dame cinches in a Boston Crab on her. Tatum Paxley reverses into a Boston Crab of her own, but Easy Dame crawls over to the bottom rope to break the hold. Easy Dame sends Tatum Paxley crashing out of the ring, but Tatum Paxley sends Easy Dame crashing into the ring post. Tatum Paxley connects with a step-up enziguri on Easy Dame through the middle rope, then sends her crashing into the mat with a flipping kick and goes for a pin, and Easy Dame kicks out. Tatum Paxley and Easy Dame teeter on the ropes with one another, but Tatum Paxley sends Easy Dame crashing into the mat off the ropes and looks to fly. Easy Dame managed to move out of the way and catches Tatum Paxley with a shotgun dropkick and pins her, but Tatum Paxley kicks out and the pair exchange forearm strikes with one another. Tatum Paxley sends Easy Dame head bouncing off her knees and then delivers a pop-up sit-out powerbomb to her and extends to the top rope. She lands a 450 splash on Easy Dame and pins her, but Easy Dame kicks out and Tatum Paxley sets up for cemetery drive on Easy Dame. Easy Dame avoids it and catches Tatum Paxley with a boot that sends her crashing off the ropes. Then lands a slice spread on Tatum Paxley and pins her. Tatum Paxley kicks out. Tatum Paxley rocks Easy Dame with a knee strike as Easy Dame teeters on the ring apron. Then delivers a sunset flip to her to send herself and Easy Dame crashing off the ring apron. The referee begins a 10 count, but Tatum Paxley dumps Easy Dame back in the ring. She stares down at Shawn Spears just beat the referee's 10 count, but Easy Dame catches her with a pop-up sit-out powerbomb. She goes for a pin, but Tatum Paxley kicks out. Shawn Spears hops on the apron, but Easy Dame sends them. But Tatum Paxley sends them crashing off the ring apron while aiming for Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley then gets fired up and connects with a flipping knee on Easy Dame, then follows it up with a cemetery drive on her for the win. The winner of the match and the new WWE NXT Women's North American WWE NXT Women's North American Champion Tatum Paxley. This was a good match right here. Robert Stone introduced Fatal Influence, and the trio makes their way to the ring. Jessie J says she'll be walking into NXT Stand and Deliver as NXT Women's Champion. Then says, while fans once called her a transitional champion, things have been quite lately, and as fans have eaten their words. She says she should be the main event of Stand and Deliver. Then says the fans shouldn't be surprised when she remains main event WrestleMania next year before addressing Saruka. Robert Stone cuts off Jessie Jane, but Zarya's music hits and she makes her way out to confront Jessie Jane. Saruka follows Zarya and says she sees the two souls in the ring. Who will be hers again soon. Robert Stone cuts off all three women and says Jessie Jane deserves to defend her NXT Championship against Saruka and Zarya in a True Threat match on March 17th episode of NXT. Fatal Influence then attack Saruka and Zarya, but Zarya sets up for an F5 on Jessie Jane. Saruka looks to land a Soul Snatcher on Jessie Jane, but ends up hitting Zarya with a falling when falling Hanley pulls Jessie Jane out of the ring. Landon Reed then lands a running knee on Saruka. So you mean to tell me that Jessie Jane is going to defend the NXT Women's Championship on NXT on March 17th instead of Stand and Deliver? That's just a wrong decision right there. But anyway, Keilani Jordan then makes her way to the ring. Lola Vice follows. So we get Keilani Jordan versus Lola Vice in a NXT Underground match. This was a decent match, what it was. The bell rings and Lola Vice charges at Keilani Jordan. She rains down right hands on her, changes in an armbar on her, but Keilani Jordan escapes. Lola Vice then rains down more right hands on Keilani Jordan, but Keilani Jordan sends Lola Vice's injured hand bouncing off the ring post and rains down right hands on her. She unwraps Lola Vice's glove, injured hand, then lands a knee on it and sends it bouncing off the mat. Keilani Jordan delivers a moonsault to Lola Vice, then sends Lola Vice's hand bouncing off another one off the ring post twice to look to do so once again. Lola Vice sends Keilani Jordan crashing into the ring post, then lands a boot on Keilani Jordan's midsection back in the ring and follows it up with a suplex. She delivers a series of kicks on Keilani Jordan's midsection and follows it up with her signature rapid fire kicks, then sends her crashing onto a couple of talent surrounding the ring. Keilani Jordan sends Lola Vice crashing into the barricade in front of Lola Vice's father, mother, and the rest of her family. Lola Vice lands a 305 on Keilani Jordan and rains down right hands on her, and the referee calls for the bell when she sees that Keilani Jordan has been knocked out. The winner of the match, Lola Vice. This was a decent match between Lola Vice and Keilani Jordan. Ricky Saints then makes his way to the ring. Joe Hendry follows. So we get the main event of the evening. So we get Joe Hendry versus Ricky Saints for the NXT Championship. This main event match was okay for what it was, but Joe Hendry is mid, and Danhausen is overrated. But Danhausen still has a fan base, and that's all I gotta say. But Joe Hendry retained his NXT Championship, but he did cheat. But talking about his fair play. But Joe Hendry low blow Ricky Saints. Alright, the bell rings. Ricky Saints tangles up Joe Hendry in the ropes by his ankles. He fires off stomps on his midsection. Joe Hendry runs over Ricky Saints by a shoulder tackle to him back in the ring and fires off chops on his chest. In the corner, Joe Hendry responds with a vertical delayed suplex on Ricky Saints, but Ricky Saints walks the ropes Michael Jackson style. Joe Hendry trips Ricky Saints mid-walk, but Ricky Saints lands a strike on Joe Hendry's throat and sends him crashing into the ring steps shoulder first. He delivers a neck breaker to Joe Hendry and connects with a running knee on him, then goes for a pin, but Joe Hendry kicks out. Joe Hendry rocks Ricky Saints with a headbutt, but Ricky Saints catches Joe Hendry with a strike and rains down right hands on him. Ricky Saints then delivers a double axe handle to Joe Hendry off the apron on the outside and sends him crashing into the announcer desk. before he sends Joe Hendry crashing into the mat. Crashing. It says delivers a double action to Joe Hendry out off the ring apron on the outside, and Ricky sends him crashing into the announcer desk before he sends Joe Hendry crashing into the mat with a back suplex, and the ring is going for it in the ring and going for a pin, but Joe Hendry kicks out. Ricky Saints catches Joe Hendry with a basement drop kick to send him and goes for a pin. Joe Hendry kicks out and levels Ricky Saints, then delivers a follow-away slam to him and kiss up. Ricky Saints catches Joe Hendry with a back elbow and looks to land a hurricane on him, but Joe Hendry intercepts him and powerbomb him into the mat. Ricky Saints chances in a submission on Joe Hendry, but Joe Hendry powers to his feet and delivers a vertical suplex to Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints levels Joe Hendry with a super kick and looks to fly off the ropes, but Joe Hendry sees him coming and moves out of the way. He lands a fireman's carry power slam on Ricky Saints and pins him, but Ricky Saints kicks out. Joe Hendry then sets up for a standing ovation, but Ricky Saints avoids it and catches Joe Hendry with a DDT. Ethan Page emerges at ringside and grabs the NXT Championship belt. Ricky Saints calls for Ethan Page to hand him the title belt. Before he can, Joe Hendry rolls up Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints kicks out, then calls for Ethan Page to hand him the title belt. Ethan Page slides the title belt in the ring, but seemingly accidentally slides it to Joe Hendry. Ricky Saints and Joe Hendry wrestle over the title belt, but as the referee disposed of it, Ricky Saints low blows Joe Hendry. He follows it up with the Revolution DDT and pins him, but Joe Hendry kicks out, and Joe Hendry sets up for a standing ovation on Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints lands on his feet, but Joe Hendry wipes Ricky Saints into the referee. Joe Hendry low blows Ricky Saints while the referee is still trapped between the corner, and Joe Hendry then delivers a standing ovation to Ricky Saints and pins him for the win. The winner and still your NXT champion, Joe Hendry. This match was okay. The main event match was okay for what it was, but Joe Hendry did cheat to low blow Ricky Saints to retain the NXT championship. The question is, how long do you think Joe Hendry is going to hold the NXT championship? We don't know. But it says after the match, Ethan Page helped Ricky Saints to the back as Joe Hendry waves his hand and then NXT champion with the fans. The show then goes off the air. Alright, let me give my honest fans what I think about NXT Vengeance Day. Now, NXT Vengeance Day was a good show, and I give this show a 7 out of 10. If you guys enjoy my NXT Vengeance Day review on highlights, make sure you guys watch the entire video from the beginning to the end. Give this video 30 likes. Comment down below what you guys think of NXT Vengeance Day. Follow all my social media down below in the description. I'm on the road to 12K. I see y'all watching, but y'all not subscribing. So I'm on the road to 12K before the end of April. So help me get to 12K subscribers before the end of April. So like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you guys tonight on my upcoming world premiere for my NXT Vengeance Day review and highlights at around 5 o'clock a.m. So make sure you guys be there. Show your love and support. And let's get that upcoming world premiere to at least 30 likes. And that's all I gotta say. But I'm trying to at least have everybody in my world premiere in my chat. So share my world premiere in your community post and tell them that I'm gonna have an upcoming world premiere for my NXT Vengeance Day review on highlights at around 5 o'clock a.m. right here on my channel. Cause I'm trying my best to get to 12K subscribers before the end of April, and I need a lot of help. Because I have been working hard, and I've been putting a whole lot of work into my content on YouTube. But thank you guys so much for coming to my live stream on Twitch. I was playing Mortal Kombat Live on Twitch. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch.tv/BigBoySnatch.ITTV. I'm on the road to 1,000 followers and becoming Twitch partner. So help me get there. So that's all I gotta say from here. But I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and all. Stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I will go live tomorrow live on Twitch. I will do a double live stream live on Twitch. I'm going to be playing Fortnite first, and then I'm going to be playing retro gaming. That's all I got to say from here. But have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive and stay too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.